Alberta's famous Sutherland family is considered to be Chuckwagon racing royalty, and no doubt their kingdom needs a few good men and women to do some very tough work. Every year, the family hires a handful of ranch hands from across the country and around the world.
My name is Darren Givertine. I'm 19 years old. I'm originally from France, and I traveled here to work with horses with the Sutherland team. I started in April until September, and the work is really hard, but in the same time really funny. Like, we have a lot of fun, and like, I love horses, so it's really like a passion. So when I started with Mark, I must learn really fast the Chuckwagon because there's a lot of things to learn.
It's hard for a horse to make our team. It's even harder for a ranch hand to make the team. So every year, my father and I, training Chuckwagon horses and racing, we start with about 100 head of thoroughbreds. And so that takes a big crew to both train them in the spring and then manage them and do the caretaking during the summer. It's both interesting and advantageous to me if I hire a very diverse group of people. And I've had folks from Mexico, I've had folks from Chile this year, Germany, New Zealand, England, Australia, France. I have them from all over, and I find that not only do you meet some pretty good people, it adds to the enjoyment, because a lot of the folks that I'm hiring are really looking for an experience. They're not looking for a job, and we work hard. These horses are they're a lot of work, and I'm very demanding. Horses come first, and I tell them that when I hire them, but I'm not sure some of them realize it until it happens. And they may miss lunch and they may miss supper, but the horses don't. They'll never get another opportunity to do something like this, first of all, so they realize that. Chuckwagon racing isn't in any other country. Stampede's an interesting arena for us because we don't have large pens to turn our horses out in, and normally we do. So when you're in the concrete jungle, they've got to be walked. The horses have to get out of the stalls, whether they're racing or not. They've got to get out and get a little bit of exercise. Horses get bathed every day, wagon and harness and all the equipment gets washed, especially after a muddy night. It's just a ton of work. Then we go through the day, and someone might have to hold a horse for a horseshoer, or someone might have to do some soaking on a sore foot, or just do some medical stuff with the horses. Everybody's tired after the 10 days, but hopefully, if we have any success, the crew, they're certainly integral in it, and they feel part of that success. They're really the pit crew. They're the behind-the-scenes person. I get to wave to the crowd and race, and it's the Mark Sutherland Chuckwagon racing team, but it's team, and they're part of the team. And I guess if they're happy with that, I'm very appreciative that they do the work.
So in September I will go back to home, and it will be really sad and different because I won't be all the time with horses. The next year, I don't know if I will come back here, but I really enjoyed this experience, so it's possibly I will come back if I don't have another plan, because it's amazing.